Davido reacts as US government reportedly reaches over Osun election. Good day and welcome to Star Media. Do well to subscribe to this channel. Like, share, comment for more news analysis. The 2026 Osun State governorship election has taken another dramatic turn following a reported contact between Nigerian music superstar Davido and the United States government. The development comes after Davido publicly appealed to US President Donald Trump and the international community to pay attention to the forthcoming Osun governorship election. Following the reported outreach, Davido reacted with a short but striking statement. "Una go see something." The statement has since generated reaction across social media, with many Nigerians asking what exactly the United States government told the singer. What is behind Davido's appeal? Why is the international community being asked to pay attention to Osun State governorship election? And what could the reported American response mean? Let's take a closer look. Davido raises concerns over Osun election. Davido recently expressed concern about the political situation surrounding the Osun State governorship election. He called on President Donald Trump and the international community to pay closer attention to developments in the state. His major concerns was the possibility of violence, intimidation, and disruption of the electoral process. Davido urged stakeholders to ensure that residents of Osun State are allowed to vote freely and peacefully. His intervention attracted widespread attention because he is not only one of Nigeria's biggest entertainers, but also a member of the Adeleke family. The incumbent Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke is Davido's uncle. Governor Adeleke is seeking another term in office, making Davido's intervention politically significant. Why did Davido involve Trump? Davido's decision to appeal directly to Trump immediately generated debate. Supporters believe he is using his international influence to call attention to possible threats to democracy and safety of voters. Critics, however, argue that his family relationship with Governor Adeleke makes his position politically motivated. Some Nigerians, however, also questioned whether a Nigerian election should require the attention of a foreign government. But Davido appears to believe that international attention can help discourage violence and electoral irregularities. His appeal was therefore not simply about supporting a candidate. He presented it as a call for the international community to monitor what happens before, during, and after the election. Then came the reported US response. The latest development is that Davido says the United States government has reached out to him. According to reports, the contact came after his public appeal concerning the Osun election. Davido's response was, "Una go see something." That statement immediately triggered speculation. Many people want to know who contacted him and what was discussed. Was it an official from the State House? Was it the US Embassy? Or was it another American government representative? At the time of reporting, Davido had not publicly released the full details of the communication. This is important because there is no confirmation that President Trump personally spoke with Davido. Therefore, Nigerians should be careful not to turn the reported contact into claims that have not been established. What has been reported is that Davido says the US government reached out to him. The details remain slightly undisclosed. Why the Osun election matters? The Osun governorship election is attracting significant attention because of the intense political competition surrounding the state. Governor Ademola Adeleke is seeking another term, while opposition parties are also campaigning strongly to take control of the state. As election day approaches, concerns about security and the credibility of process have become major issues. Davido's intervention has now added another international dimension to the political contest. Instead of the election being discussed only within Nigeria, his appeal has brought additional international attention to Osun. And that is why his latest statement has generated so much interest. Concerns about the electoral violence. Concerns about the related violence are not limited to Davido. Civil society organizations and other stakeholders have also called for adequate security and a peaceful electoral process. The major concern is that political competition should not put voters at risk. Nigerian elections have historically faced challenges involving intimidation, vote buying, clashes between supporters, and other forms of electoral malpractice. This makes election security particularly important. Security agencies therefore have a major responsibility. They must protect voters and electoral officials while maintaining neutrality. INEC. Political parties and candidates also have responsibilities. The process must be allowed to proceed according to the law. Can US involvement change the election? This is another major question. Even if the United States decides to pay closer attention to the Osun election, it does not have the authority to conduct or determine the election. The election remains a Nigeria constitutional process. INEC is responsible for conducting the poll. Nigeria security agencies are responsible for security. And Nigerian courts have jurisdiction over electoral disputes. However, international attention can still have an impact. Foreign governments and international organizations often monitor elections around the world. Their presence can increase scrutiny and encourage authorities to ensure that voters' rights are respected. But international attention cannot replace the responsibility of Nigeria institutions. Una go see something. Davido's phrase has now become one of the most discussed parts of the story. Una go see something. It appears to suggest that more development could emerge following reported communication with US government. But until Davido provides more information or the American government makes an official statement, Nigeria can only speculate about what the contact means. It is therefore important to separate confirmed information from assumption circulating on social media. As Osun voters prepare for the election, the priority should be a peaceful and credible process. Political parties should instruct their supporters to avoid violence. Scrutiny agency should protect all voters regardless of their political affiliations. INEC should conduct the election according to established rules. Candidates should encourage their supporters to respect the outcome and seek legal remedies where necessary. The most important thing is that voters should not be prevented from exercising their democratic rights. And ultimately, the winner should be determined by the people through a credible democratic process. Whether the United States become more involved remains to be seen. Whether Davido will reveal what was discussed also remains uncertain. For now, Nigerians are waiting to see what exactly he meant when he said, "Una go see something." What do you think about Davido's appeal to President Trump? Do you believe international attention can ensure a peaceful Osun election? Or should Nigeria handle its electoral issues independently? Share your thoughts in the comment section. This is Tajay's Media. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, stay peaceful, and stay tuned for more updates. If you have not subscribed, do well to subscribe, like, share for more news analysis. For you can only support us by doing so. Thank you for staying tuned.